Grand rise and grand rise and grand to the rise. How y'all doing on this early rise? All right, y'all all right? Everybody all right out there? How we feeling? I know a lot of y'all probably at church, um, at a lot of our beautiful religious institutions, doing better, being better. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We elevate, evolve. Um, I set out a little YouTube alert, I don't know, notification, well, uh, post. All right. So I was going to go between what, 12? I think I said like 12, 11, 11, 12, 11, 11 to 2. Shit out some couple of posts. All right. So I ain't going to go too long on this. Um, I just wanted to bring my opinion and understanding of what I watched uh, beautifully last night. So I watched two movies. I watched Cleopatra. All right. Beautiful movie. On Netflix. I watched this on Netflix, y'all. These are the new ones that come out. All right, Cleopatra and um, yeah, ooh me, Queen, the British Queen. All right, um, you'll know it's the little beautiful melanated lady, the Queen. I didn't think about what Queen, cause I was kind of fall asleep in the bed, but I'll get that though. It don't matter. But so we would correlate these movies and symbolize how it um, symbolizes some of the things that we transitioning today, though we're not in that era and we're in this era. The things, the goings on, the operations, the um, idealisms, and good, bad, ugly. Let's keep it simple. We ain't got to be using all these big words. I ain't trying to talk over nobody's head. I'm the type of person to try to find a way to um, keep it simple in layman terms. Layman terms mean, so everybody can understand. And so many do that. That's what I appreciate. That's why I pay attention to YouTube and stuff like that, because so many can communicate effectively like that. So when we was watching Cleopatra, one of the reasons why Cleopatra interests me so much is because we see that how history has, like, once again, that word diluted, and you hear music in the background, you got working out and stuff, doing that thing. Right. But it ain't distracting or anything. People at the park. We're at the park, y'all. Right across the street, you know what I'm saying? Doing our thing. Lions Club. All right. Me and Missy, she over here chilling, doing her nature thing. Looking like a beautiful thing. All right. So, things that are that I've seen in Cleopatra, some things that I've seen come to understanding of is all through our history and all through time, and especially now that we're coming to a flourishing of who we are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, where that you seen your own people throwing stones at Cleopatra. I don't celebrate this. She was a hoe, and she was this, and she that. So, and, you take your energy, how you take it. But me understanding my history, you know what I'm saying, and the difficulties of ones back then compared to what we go through now, you know what I'm saying. Can you imagine, like I say, in 1930, I did my own research and looked, back then. Well, I didn't do my research. When you in that spiritual, I'm telling you, this stuff will come. You ask for this stuff, or you phasing there, it'll come to you. Just like that, it'll come to you. That's real. Because you synced in with the universe. And so, whatever. And everybody else, all right, we think we detach ourselves from um, ourselves, each and every one of us, as we walk, not understanding that we all are really plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know it or not, you plugged in. All right. Uh, so yeah, just hearing that through my 53 years, and then but knowing the truth and knowing why, what I'm saying, an individual like her, dominance and power, and did the things she did. Disturbing though to hear from scholars. These are scholars. These are people who, go in these colleges. They in these colleges and study this stuff at these HBCs and stuff. This is the type of person I heard this from. You know what I'm saying? Denouncing her. You know what I'm saying? Thinking Nefertiti. When he, you know what I'm saying? So The movie, and I'm won't try to give the movie out, but the movie itself explored the depths, and we know how that go too. I get it, Well, we've been told these type of stories and this that, and then we look at what's the real story, stuff like that. You just have to take yours, and you look at you view the movie, and then you go do your own research and allow yourself to make your own opinion, best you can, and listen to others. You know what I'm saying? Other scholars out there we have so many in the black community, and so around the world that know these particular things that people seem to feel that they can talk about. All right. I want to illustrate something. Last video, I said something. I don't know. I said it on a post, TBM post. Matter of fact, it's hard. We're at a time now where it's hard for people of the darker color to accept lectures, thought, idealism, philosophies now if they're not truthful. If they don't aim to pull the cover over the wool of people's eyes. If we still telling the same rhetoric, then it's not serving nothing. So it falls on deaf ears. And so we got so many still doing that. All right. Even though the wool's been pulled back. Jesus black, these people were black. So you can imagine, Jesus black. So if you know now Jesus is black, and this is just, this, because people back then at that time was black, then why we allow ourselves to paint the picture that people of power were white back then? Why did we distort this picture? I love the beautifulness that we was collectively able to unite within Cleopatra and stuff like that. But there was no, it kind of got it. It was teeting on the line, like making it seem like there was these type people that there was some color, a lot of this, all right. And like the narrator one was saying, the lighter, well, that was when I was listening to my scholar, but brown complexion, Hispanic type looking. That's the whitest it got. But some of these movies continue to do that. And I get it. I personally get it. Sean, we're moving toward inclusion. So you won't, are we at the point where that everybody look at it and say it's okay because we're breaking down these barriers of racism and this and this and this, and this is one positive way of going about it. Cool. But us darker shade of folks, we're tired of coddling people's feelings who put the divided wall up. Who do it because understanding I can't let my power go. Not all of it. I want to tell the truth. And I want to tell the truth because now I understand today that I am not different from that black man, that black woman. I am them. I come from them. So I still want to be a part. And I tell my lighter brothers and sisters, you still can be a part telling our story 100% true factual. That helps us to include you to be more a part. Because you want to tell the truth about our story and not distort it still. Why can't we tell up to a point in time you have old Rome and you have new Rome? Old Rome black. New Rome started formulating in the mulatto because that's when we started the hybrid. That's when the Moors brought all that boom over into that area and all that stuff. Drainage system, this, how to live, woo woo. They took all that from where? Upper, lower. But we still want to tell this story of, white people coming out of Rome, when that's nefarious. That's nefarious. That's where the startation of the integrations and that's where where the genetics was heavily starting it, because you came, we look at these people like Socrates and Ares and all the things and all these with these philosophies. Who you think was standing over them bodies and doing, these things and all this kind of stuff? But they paint them to be, feel me? Let's get back to Cleopatra though. The beauty of this movie, look at it, watch it for what it is. Some of the messages that I got out of it, understood. Two rulership. All right. Hence why you see us having two rulership, vice and a president and a vice. And in that time, it was more or less, that was equal playing field. That was equal playing. All right. Woman and female. All right. They came in to present themselves. But we have no qualms of looking at women as what they were, the most powerful. They powerful, you powerful. And nobody finds it interesting how through all your ancient movies and these movies, at one point, like Lord of the Rings, they play a little funny with more Merlin and his beard and all that stuff, little Warlock and stuff, and you don't see no female in there with any, other than them elves and stuff, and the female elf. So she's infinite wisdom, divine or whatever. But you don't see because it's a violence movie. It's a war. You don't want to see women. See what I'm talking about? So you want to see them in a subservient way. You know what I'm saying? So, but in Cleopatra, you seen and women were warriors. How you think you understood how to be a warrior? I'm a woman. All right. So, and then going to get whatever they did, whatever type move before we did, where we go war, where we go do this, we'll season it. Who gonna go talk to? Some wise woman, some oracle. Connected to divine energy. What's that? Spirit. Probably even link a tighter linkage then than we do today, because they ain't have no TV, ain't have all that kind of stuff around them. Just, we wasn't, what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to distract ourselves. Today we don't even realize that we distract ourselves so much. On ourselves, just ourselves. Not anybody else or anything. We distract ourselves, but we distract ourselves. We openly and freely distract ourselves. Then we was tuned in. People walking around tuned in. That's why you wasn't worried about money. Picking up gold, knocking your partner up across his head for a woman, all that stuff. Everything was plentiful and abundant. Just what it was. So, and because of that, you was able to lead with your heart more. You was able to, you get what I'm saying? You had no, and we ain't saying we wasn't out there doing, because you see what they, wars and stuff like that. Okay. But if you notice, while Rome was able to, I was in my head like, man, Egypt was soft. Egypt was soft. Like, nah, Egypt wasn't soft. Egypt didn't like to fight. They wasn't about all that fighting. Come on. Come on in. Up them, look, come on in. You cool? Come on in. You cool. Till folks start wanting, you want to take. You want to take some land. You want to conquer. You want slaves. You won't. You know what I'm saying? You don't get enough. So, that's all through the history, because it was so many times it got invaded, conquered. Napoleon, Alexander, who people thought was great. No, you just went in there and destroyed a system that you couldn't be a part of. So Cleopatra, glad this movie came out, because this is where I get with my Christians at. Why we don't allow ourselves to be honest and say, we prop Jesus up over Osiris, Horus, Seth. We use the Trinity based off of Osiris, Horus, Seth. Isis. We had women involved in our way of life then. You didn't call it religion. Call it a way of life. Women were heavily involved in it. Stay with me. I'm going into why Cleopatra is so important. And then when this Alexander the Great came in, and these Caesars came in, and they wanted to be, they're the hybrids that genetically, right? Y'all go over there in the cave mountain. Something wrong with y'all. I don't know. You don't look like us. I don't know. Migrated over there. You know how we do. Light, you came out light, and you know how we do, clicks and stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Come on now, use this. Common Sense TV. Common Sense TV. Make sure you're on Common Sense TV now. So you got it with Common Sense TV, you gotta be on Common Sense. We was having these babies. Start scaring us because someone came out a little lighter. Someone came out with the vertigo and all this. Someone start going through that, and we start ousting them out. Probably didn't kick him out the community or nothing, but you go over there somewhere. You ain't part of the royal blood. You got a disability. You don't think we was that type of people then? What type of people we are now? And we got everything. Come on. Come on. We was bored, didn't really have, was a week. You don't think we was on it real hard then? Like, everybody in the village and everybody in the town city knew when somebody was pregnant what that baby looked like. Oh, baby came out good, King, Prince. Baby came, okay, all right. What that baby look like? Ooh. Kill that baby or get rid of that baby. Come on now. Come on now. So we ousting out, right? Boom, boom. They go out, they go get stronger and stuff. Like the story say, Big Head Yakub, he told his uncle, hey, I'm gonna make some peeps that's gonna take your black peeps. They gonna put their foot on their neck. Okay. Look like that's what happened to me. The peace came back and say, ain't y'all the ones that kicked us out? Said we couldn't be a part no more? Years had to go by. Who knows, 50, 60, how long it take? See what I'm talking about? So, but what them folks did, the ones that, because you know how they came in and now they want to be a part. Who want to be a part? The man. Okay. How you feel about the woman? I like your woman. What woman? The Nubian? The new Nubian? Or the hybrid Nubian with the mixture? Because Cleopatra was they talking about they don't know where she from and all that stuff. Yeah, everybody know where Cleopatra from, man. Cleopatra was a hybrid child. Well, I played with it. She was mulatto. But look how they did. You cute, fine, pretty, and all that stuff. Astonishing pretty. Yeah, we keep you. You stay. That's what that was like. You know, you gotta see that, envision that. Look what we do today. We separate almost. You don't see ugly. Name 100 people daily that you watch on TV that's ugly, and you be like, that mother ugly in the morning. That mother, ooh, that mother ugly. We might tolerate it a little bit more, but we look at our history. You're not cute enough for TV. Your forehead too big. Ain't nobody gonna wanna watch you. Oh, you got scratches and scars. You Scarface. Ain't nobody, nah. Unless that person got a story, a high level violent story, Scarface. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta be a killer, and you know what I'm saying? Drug kingpin and all. You gotta be something the top of it and something at the right. You know what I'm talking about? So back to Cleopatra, the power. So they talk about the woman being, promiscuous or being what? Okay, so here I go, on Sean. It's the same rhetoric we've been through all day. Man, you can go out there and mess with 100 women in 2 months. A man go out there and mess with 100 women 2 months. What do he call be among his peeps, among his peers? Damn, ooh, dog, you got down with 100. Man, you down with, ooh, oh man, you almost on that Wilt Chamberlain. I'm trying to glorify it. Record. You see what I'm talking about? Men get credit for the amount of women they be with. Honored, badge. Ain't somebody trying to get my dog to fight. Lord have mercy. Come here, Missy. We don't fight dogs. We don't do that. Take your big dog out. They're a pretty dog, though. That's a pretty dog. You eat that dog. That dog go to a groom. Sure. Yeah, you house man. So, Cleopatra, power. So when they came in and invaded, right, like they did, they show you the asbestos of just violence, territory, want, take. And then once we in there, you notice when Caesar got with Cleopatra, right? He loved the idealism and philosophies of Egypt, which supposed to, because that's where you came from. See how it worked? So he come back to it, boom, boom, and then seeing the power of Cleopatra and accepting the, hey, ain't no difference between me and you. You ruling the way you ruling your power. You know what? It's just that I can go out here and I'm physically and boom, Cleopatra like I can too. So the respect, you know what I'm saying, back then of the woman, the value, once seen, once the woman given that opportunity at that level, she gonna start to say, and then those that stuck on stupid, you know what I'm saying, caveman. Look how Caesar and Mark Aurelius, or these guys, the Caesars, the two, um, made their own men. Hey, whoa, hold down, fool. You ain't doing what this woman doing. You ain't providing nowhere near what this woman. So yeah, you gonna listen. Sometimes I'm checking them like, cause them men once they got with Cleopatra, they understood. Man, you could tell them men understood the power in this woman, the women, the woman, the woman, and it was like a particular woman, cause not every woman was. I don't want to say, you could tell women were on their thing. It's like today, but not everybody was on their thing. But in their power of, because they still was in that power struggle. You know what I'm saying? They had to prove themselves. Women still had to prove themselves in a way, especially when it came to the time period with Cleopatra, because you was coming to the time period of the decline of the Egyptian values and things like that. That was the decline. You know what I'm saying? Part of it, and um, so the woman, we harder on our women. And I have to be honest with you. I just got to be honest. I think though it's unfair and in many times so unjust, you know what I'm saying, even today. Can you understand it though? I mean, you're the seed barrier. You're the producer of this world. Without you, there's nothing goes. Nothing happens. I tell people, take women off earth. Take women off earth. It won't take a month. Depopulation like a month. It only take a month. The food go crazy. Man, we don't need women. But if you don't get something, sit down. So you get more backlash and everything, and you have to understand. I had to understand. In reality, you defend the ultimate protector, but do you understand the balance of the reason why you have to be that? Because the balance of the God element, the woman, forgot who she was. All this time I was thinking, racking in my head, it's like, man, it's us men, it's us men, it's us men. We just don't get it. We just don't get it. And I'm like, for a long time, while I'm assuming myself to be coaching and teaching on this, you answering your own question and you don't even realize it. You 50 of what that 100 produced. You have of what that woman produced. How do you know? You ain't walking around with no milk in your breast. Oh, how do you know? You can't produce naturally something out your body. Oh, how do you know? Food. Take yourself with the research scenario with yourself. Do this. And a beloved opposite sex. And you have child. Let's say 2 years old. Okay. Y'all over there in the Grand Canyon. Over there looking at the new artifacts and things that's been found. Been there, but being allowed to be seen now. Y'all run out of gas. The nearest gas station you can pass about 20 miles away. That's don't even say that much. 10 miles. 10 miles. 10-mile walk. Car broke down. Not broke down, ran the gas. So you can't run the heat. You can't do nothing. So the mom and child cannot stay in the car because it's just too hot. So y'all three must go walking. You ain't got no water, nothing. Five miles into the walk, the toddler say, "Mama, I'm thirsty." Did anybody hear me? 5 miles into the walk, the child say, the toddler, 2 years old, "Mama, I'm thirsty." Y'all ain't got nothing to drink. Y'all trying to make to this gas station y'all seen back then. You got debit card, you got everything. You get the child crying, child turning colors, dehydrate sitting on the child. Cause y'all got a child out in the hot sun. You and him, y'all cool. Y'all get me. We cool. Baby breaking down though. Who can help that child right on the spot? No questions. If they choose to. Immediately. Who got nutrients and the proper system? I mean, there was a comedian back in the day say, man, it's shame you be seeing in the laundry, man. You know, cause people, they be breastfeeding their child, and the child be like 6 years old. You be like, just saying things. Common Sense TV now. So we get out here, and, you know, this is, I say this because these are great movies. And I understand, let me tell you, you ain't gotta tell me. My black community, man, they get in their feelings about, you know, the color, but they don't want to depict. And we got to get past this, because the real message in these movies and us moving as a society and humanity and things like that is we all come from the one tree. You can bring up Nubaru and Allahu and Ibigidi and everything else that, you know, we all know we from somewhere probably, and, you know, some of us are this or that, whatever. Okay, cool. But can you go farther back though? Because just like Earth was created at one point in time, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, all these other things, and then Nibiru and all this other stuff. And then, can you go? Who created that? And who created that? You see what I'm saying? One, maybe a few. For all we know, it might be a whole bunch of gods out there. As much foolish as we do, we act like, you see what I'm talking about? But I don't think so. You thread it all back to the one. It's one. It's one. See what I'm talking about? All right. So, with my little fans, Missy will come back over here try to bite one. Here she comes. She like barking. What's up, guys? Yeah, they looking at her. Look. My buddies right there. Look at me. Y'all see me? There she go. There go your girls. There go the girls. So, hey, that's that video. I ain't gonna hold on long, but the ultimate thing is that, you know, we see the change. I hope so many see the change, and I get so many don't like the change, or, you know, the change is hard because, you know, you lose. Think about it. How long has women been a commodity? Women been a commodity so long, women don't mind being a commodity. Being looked at as a commodity and all that. It ain't got so bad now that women have bought into being a commodity that they allow them children to be commodities. Sell yourself. Oh, man. Don't sell your soul. Especially when you know what I'm saying? Money come and go. Oh, I ain't gonna sit up here and worry about chasing it. If you come. Don't. I ain't gonna change, Sean. I ain't need no money to come across the street and walk to the park. So, well, I really don't need no. I just need to pay my little $84 a month on this little phone to talk on this. So I gotta think. And when we start thinking like that, we operate in better mode with each other. All right? Because we're using each other. It's coming in, we're using each other's, you know, in the family. When you know, and all this, and it's just, you know, we probably had one or two doing it, you know, and this, that. We know what we're talking about. But when everybody just jumping on the band, it's like you can't beat them, join it. You know, so you know that ain't gonna last. You know that is like a false dream and da-da, and you still. And I guess people, I mean, maybe I'm just that one, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand people see that if I don't join, you know, they hold my family hostage, blackmail me, hold this against me and all that stuff. Now you see why I take, you know what I'm talking about? I wish somebody would please come out with something on me. You seen me doing this, or you seen me doing that, or you got to tape. Please. That was me. That was me. Yup. Because I try to do my best not to do things that I would be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? I do. I do things that I ain't ashamed of nothing I do. Nothing. People try to make your boy feel ashamed about doing it. Man, shut up, man. Y'all might want. I'm like, yes, you do. You do want to hear my story. You do like watching me. Your reverse comments, you don't even understand. But you shut up. You like it because you keep coming back to gripe about. She telling y'all, man. 401. See, some of y'all couldn't even get the 101. So you couldn't understand what 401 is. You don't get it. I help you. It's a level in college psychology, you know what I'm saying? It's a class course. When you're on that 401 level, it's graduation class. You know what I'm saying? You understand? You with me? And see, I be kind of be modest, like people say, I dim my light. I tell you 401, because it's actually mastery level that I'm on. But I don't want to be that dude. I want to stay humble. I don't think I'm bugged, because I really ain't. I keep telling people, I confuse myself, because I'm like, son, this is common sense. Yeah, just common sense. But then I realized that's what society did to us. It stripped your common sense away. It stripped your common sense away. So you don't look at things like, yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah. You don't correlate. They stole the Jesus concept from Osiris, Isis, and brought it over here, made it white angels, white Jesus. Sprinkle some white theology. So etymology, understanding language, change the language a little bit, put a J in there. I know it was why. Yahweh. Okay, but that don't fit us. That's what I'm saying. I understand. The other thing I understand, why so many don't correlate with that history, is because so many understand I have more DNA in me, though I'm this color. Work with me. I have more of the DNA that accepts me on the side that correlates their history with Jesus to Jesus, their times, because that's when they started their evolution evolving. With me? So I can't get mad. See, I know mine go far past Jesus. There's others. This is where we're at. This is why we got to talk. There's folks that, yeah, I'm black, but I got more of the lighter, you know, mixture in me. My grandpa, when I go back, he was look like Colonel Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Go back. I want to send a shout out to somebody. Martha Stewart. Loving yourself. Not caring what people think. Yeah. I know Martha can have all kinds of people. All them elite talking about her. Martha, you a bad boy. I see why you hung out with Snoop. Ever since you put that tattoo on your leg, I can't imagine you go backwards. You aging backwards. Let me get off of it though. You looking vibrant and beautiful, man. Back to it. That's all. You know. So I'm gonna get on the next one, y'all. I said, well, I can do this right here because I like my long videos, y'all. I just do get them, boom, put them out. Watched Charlotte, Queen Charlotte, all right? Netflix, another one, Queen Charlotte. Same aesthetic type if you listen to it, but a little deeper too, though. You know, the women took over. Cleopatra took over. She was the main focus. But in Queen Charlotte, I loved how the dominance of the woman, they showed the power. They showed how we coming out of, watch this, we coming out of the ages of Cleopatra, you know, we growing, evolving, you know, getting more modernized and things like that. Let's move. I see, I got you. I understand how Mr. Smith operates. So, going into Queen Charlotte, please check that out. You know what I'm saying? If you get time. That was a beautiful movie. It's episodes, all right, series type, Netflix, all right. But on that, what I loved about Queen Charlotte, same thing, showing the historical connection between black people were prominent, wealthy. One of the actors in the, just not to give a whole lot of movie, Queen George. So it's about George, King George, and how his wife was mulatto, all right, and of African descent, and they were prominent in Germany. So there's the connection right there where Germany, that's your spot. That's where you was at. You was all over the world, but the defection of you and then us, England coming into power, you got the Scots and things like that, which was you. And then the hibernation, let's call it that. Hibernation of the gene, how it became lighter and the take. So, and it wasn't really a take, y'all. These people were very, it was warring. And so when you look at it on the outside, it looked like, oh, he's always fighting. Oh, so these folks were trying to figure out a way to, a lot of them was trying to figure out a way, how can we live together? Because we didn't birth this, that, whoa. We didn't went off in our own directions and stuff. And now we come back and we connect some way because of crusades, channeling, moving out, expanding lands. And so we run at each other, but we really don't know each other because we've been away from each other like 20, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? We think, today, think how our minds think today. You can get in your car and drive 45 minutes to Austin and be right there in Round Rock, right? Okay, he was walking around riding a horse. So it took a long time to get around. You know what I'm talking about? So you probably, in that Cleopatra, you see these movies like, Mark Anthony ain't talked to this fool in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And then when they see each other, like, ooh, they just little mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Today, you be like, I ain't talked to you in 2 years and you just want to, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So time, you can see, you just see why they stayed fighting, and because the communication wasn't great. And then when they did communicate, man, I came on here with a 500,000 folks to kick y'all butt. You think I'm just gonna sit up here and talk? Think about that. So, yeah. So, in actuality, all they was trying to do was get back to each other and be like, hey, you think I can get some of that myrrh? Yeah, you got some of that silk? Yeah, you got some of that opioid? Nah, hey, yeah, you got some of that? You got some of them MJ? You know what I'm saying? But they had to fight first. They all had to fight first to get a feel for each other and woo and all that. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm telling you. We crazy. So, showed, I just love the movies for showing them. We coming in existence, understanding that, we need to much more. The more we give to our women their just due in this society, and not praise them, worship them, y'all. No, somebody said one of these African pastors and whatever, going, or not pastors, but scholars, I say, going, that it's in the Bible or in some book he was reading. He wasn't reading the Bible. He was reading out of some book. The woman ain't to be worshiped, or we ain't supposed to worship. Well, we know that, we understand that, but sadly to say, we'll sit up here in Judaism and say, I ain't supposed to worship this and I ain't supposed to worship the woman, but then we got the Pope. Did I say something? Ministers, you worship them? Oh, I got to go see Bam. Ooh, he give a house. Ooh, girl, he give a man. Ooh. Like, he giving a message from Most High, right? He just the vessel. What you? Because after he do that, where he at? You see what I'm talking about? You don't know the whole story, do you? And then when you find out the whole story, you're like, oh, no, because you ain't recognizing, we all, when we do our greatness, just recognize that's God. That's Most High right there. Yeah, Most High. So working through that, yeah. Give the individual credit due, because they was able to bring that out and inspire others with it. And definitely, but put them on a pedestal over others and glorify them and all that and follow and whoa, no. Just the example. There's so many of us that they're doing it and can do it. You see what I'm talking about? That's just how I look at it, y'all. It just ain't gonna stop with me on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spark. I can be a fire. People see that, man can be a fire. Yeah. But I'd rather be a spark. Fire is good, you know what I'm saying? Light a fire, boom, have a concert. Yeah, I like that. Like we saying, like, fire is good. Hey, get on stage, talk. He talk what I like that. Fire good. But I like being a spark because spark easy. Spark easy. Light a whole bunch of fires, and what we got? So there you go. Yeah, we got a bonfire. All right, cut it. Instead of this little fire just walking around. So I create a whole bunch of bonfires. So we good, y'all. We doing it. Charlotte, Queen of Charlotte. Then the mental health, that was beautiful. Oh man, they put that was beautiful. And then I had to deal how they deal with it. Now look at something about the rain. I don't get home. Come on, Missy, leave them dogs alone. I don't know how she fight dogs through the fence, man. I keep telling the dog, them dogs caged up in their fence. You free. I keep telling the dog, you free as heck. Whoa, go pee. Got them kids. Yo, they want to bark through the fence and stuff. Anyway, mental health. Yeah, George was mentally had some, artistic or he's bipolar schizophrenic. I think it was I would say bipolar schizophrenic. Personality, dual personality. What that? Yeah. So. But the beautiful thing, they had 15 kids. Now, y'all gotta understand, look at this. This is amazing. And they were hierarchy, so they would have the best, they showed the George's mother tried everything, all kinds across the country, doctors and medicines and stuff. But I loved how beautiful they was able to show, man, them fools didn't know nothing, no more than anybody back then than they know today. So, but I ain't saying that about all doctors. I'm just saying, the ones that just pass out dope. Don't be telling you nothing. Can't tell you how to, nothing. But we love. But yeah, George, 15 kids. So in 1920, the statistics was 1 out of every 3 women, right, would die. One out of every 3 women would be able to have a child, and the rest would die. So, watch this. So, George and his wife, Queen Charlotte, had 15 kids. So that's a miracle. That's a miracle. Now why? How did they do the statistics? Because Charlotte was black, had some genes in her. And I ain't saying that was the problem. Well, we do, yeah, because black women got them big hips, wife bearing hips back then. We started off with it. See what I'm talking about? So, but watch her children. Y'all gotta watch that movie, man. Please watch that movie so you can laugh at how they all them actors in them, man. They played it, but Charlotte, the older Charlotte, both Charlottes played great. Both actors played Charlotte great, but the older Charlotte, I loved her. Well, I don't know. I love the younger Charlotte too, because younger Charlotte was so nurturing, so brilliant, just like Cleopatra, so brilliant, and knew just what buttons to touch, and so nurturing and healing. She was a divine healer, and she didn't even know that, and that's why George was able to do the things he was doing, and didn't have no medication, nothing, da da da. And that one doctor showed you in there that they start off, they ran him off, but he was actually a good doctor until he started performing his stuff too just going too extreme with it. But he showed the power of the mind when you just talk to it, and when you just allow yourself to get on them levels. That's what we don't understand about ourselves. I can't correlate. Yeah, you can. You just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You can get on different levels of minds, artistic, Down syndrome things. I've talked to. I was in that. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college and stuff, I had to go orientation. Back then, that's why I loved school. Back then, you ain't gonna just talk about you gonna go be a teacher and all that stuff, and then go out to you. You had hours and hours, and on your junior level, I was just on my junior level, and I had hours and hours I had to perform to go to elementary schools and stuff, and sit down with kids. Sit down. You want to be a teacher, and you was sitting there almost like a substitute teacher, a little teacher help and stuff. So it taught you a lot, and so that was beautiful. She was a healer, as well as Cleopatra. You know what I'm saying? Because Cleopatra, that's the thing I honor with her, is that how she was able to keep the value of and preserve her country. She was about her country and about her kids, her legacy continuing and things, and did anything by any means necessary to get that done. So I say that because she wasn't out there just slinging her booty. You know what I'm saying? We grown, right? So she wasn't out there just sleeping with people just to be sleeping with. See what I'm talking about? Same thing with in Charlotte. See? Back then, you was doing it. Purpose. Same here, But we today have devalued ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Devalued the woman. Notice men just now starting to devalue themselves, you know what I'm saying? But women, we've been devaluing women. You see what I'm talking about? And once we stop doing that and give them their credit and give them their equal opportunity on every platform, on every way, form, and all that, we'll see better things, because, man, we need more women. Like, I'll continue to say it, and I'll continue to promote it. We need more women in leadership positions and places and things, because women are more sensitive, more equipped to handle a lot more than the man. We just don't understand that mentally. We don't get it. I'm smart. No, you ain't. Shut up. You just didn't perform your way through that and make yourself think that. But we're getting where. We're getting places. I love it. Hope y'all love it. We're going to continue doing great things. And a little movement. That's all it is. A vibe movement. It's called the vibe movement. We all just getting on the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be all crazy with it and all that stuff. And I appreciate every one of you supporters out there. Everybody. All right? Law enforcement doing a good thing, man, because it ain't for you. This world right here, America. Let me tell you something. If we ain't had law enforcement we got in America, we'd be like some of these crazy countries around here. We don't give ourselves credit in that aspect. All right. I ain't saying we the best. I ain't saying the best. You know what I'm saying? You walk out the street, you allowed to get you. You know what I'm saying? But we keep it in check more than some of these other countries. All right. So We ain't competing with nobody else, but let's look at the good things, that's happening with us. You know what I'm saying? We know we got a lot of work to do, but I'll continue to say we gotta have every nationality in our country. Ain't nobody really from, but you see what I'm talking about? So we should be able to figure this out and get it right. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I ain't talked to none of y'all. Wanted to do that. I ain't got nobody to talk to but this phone. Me and my phone and my dog. And y'all. All right. Love y'all. Hey, keep pushing. Hope y'all having a good Sunday. Little rain out here in my place. I'm still gonna get on out here. Y'all hear them birds chirping and stuff and all that stuff. Be good to yourself. Keep loving ourselves. Keep sharing your experiences out there. Real talk. A lot of y'all opening up and sharing a whole lot of things. Carter B, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I've been watching the individual I was with. Loved hip hop and all that stuff. So I had to. I ain't gonna say I had to, cause I ain't gonna say I ain't no person who like gossip. I like it. That's why I watch. And let me tell you, I watch Terror and stuff because I like listening to stuff. How else I'm gonna listen to everybody? What's going on? Woo, 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 woo. And then I like a woman's voice. I like y'all voice. I do. There's nothing more soothing than a woman's voice. So I ain't got one right now. You see what I'm talking about? So everybody wondering, hey, no, it ain't for deal that. Well, I just entertainment to it. You know what I'm saying? Something to do with it. Just relaxing. All right. So that, yeah, keep sharing, man. Keep sharing. But yeah, we knew I knew your story. You know what I'm saying? Seen it ground up before you even get anything about. So I know all that. Got your teeth fixed and all that stuff. So great story and all that stuff. But yeah, ain't nobody throwing shots at nobody in their hard work, man. Nah. It's all about how we treat each other out here. You know what I'm saying? What does it cost? What does love cost? What does being kind cost? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, everybody ain't. Well, that's the problem. We working towards getting on the same vibe and the same frequency. Just imagine that, because at one point in time we were, but you don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? All you know is conflict, divide, strife. So that's all a lot of us can bring to the table, and a lot more of us are saying, no, I can bring more. I can do what you're doing too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can bring my flavor, my characteristics, my personality too. Watch this, and then you see her. I sat down yesterday and watched somebody look just like me. Young lady, she talking, you know what I'm saying, talking about farming and seeds and stuff. I said, I know a bridge when I see one. Talking my talk right there, grow my food and all that. So I'm trying to get me some seeds. Ain't got nothing but yard, so throw some seeds back there, see what it do and stuff like that. So we learning from each other, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna come down to it. You think we ain't gonna come down to bartering and trading here in a minute? You're sadly mistaken. It's in your face now, so why wouldn't you think it's gonna grow? Watch that Tina Turner. I love me some Tina Turner. Thunderdome. That's what I'm scared of. I hope I don't live through them days right there. I don't want to be warring and fighting. I'm gone. Once we start that stuff, yeah. That's my cue. Well, holla. Do like Luke Skywalker and go find me a mountain to go live on or live in or whatever. I don't know. Figure it out. See what I'm talking about? All right, love, peace, hair grease. See y'all after a while. We good. Men, salute you. Got stuff in my hands. Salute you. All right, all my men out there. Appreciate you. All the women out there. Beautiful. Babies. Lovelies. All y'all out there. Real talk. Raise yourself. Rise up. Be who you are. Find out who you are. Walk in your power. You walk in your power, you don't understand. All right? To understand, you got to know yourself. Be aware of yourself. Don't let nobody drag you down. Be you. Grow. Grow within yourself. You're not trying to be like a man, but you're trying to be dependent like one. So you can play that game. Play the game better, but not make it a game. Turn it where it ain't a game. This is our life. This is our way of life. And the seed come through you. So we don't want no more games, is what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? So you becoming independent within yourself. Does that mean job? Does that, no, no. Independent within your self-awareness that you're not gonna let people tell you, dictate to you, use you, manipulate you, puppeteer you, Pinocchio you, and all this other stuff. We stop.